The firm, in a 5-page letter written on behalf of numerous home loan holders, says homeowners are forced to default due to economic circumstances such as the COVID-19 pandemic. Metcalfe says even though the High Court has gone out of its way to be merciful, there's just no way going around commercial banks that are able to afford astronomical legal fees.
These persons are in default. They cannot even afford lawyers. So it means that their homes are taken away by banks unscrupulously without any mercy whatsoever. These properties are then sold by the banks and bought by the banks themselves at sales and execution, and the bank then goes and sells it for a handsome amount on the open market and does not credit that amount to the home loan defaulters account. And that is one of the principal reasons why the banks, during the previous year where we had severe economic meltdown, have had their greatest profits declared ever.
The letter also states that defaulters offering reduced payments on their home loans are often rejected by commercial banks. The Director of Strategic Communications and International Relations at the Bank of Namibia, Kadembire Demburuka, says the central bank has taken note of the correspondence.
These are issues that the Bank of Namibia is well aware of, and obviously other authorities within the country. And reforms are underway that are being undertaken by the Ministry of Justice in particular to look at the legal process through which the courts adjudicate over matters of default. The Bank of Namibia has welcomed the interventions by the Ministry of Justice to look at foreclosures in the country, to look at the legal context through which they are taking place. And obviously, we cannot interfere with that process. As a regulator and a supervisory authority, any interference in that regard may be seen as contempt of a court order, and the Bank of Namibia could be seen as interfering and defeating the courts, the course of justice. So we do welcome the measures that have been undertaken by the Ministry of Justice in this regard.
Approached for comment, the CEO of the Bankers Association of Namibia, Brian Kashairwa, told NBC News that the issues mentioned in Metcalfe's letter are not new, adding that the Minister of Justice has held numerous public consultations on those very matters. He, however, cautioned that the views expressed by Metcalfe are not a reflection of how commercial banks operate from a legal or procedural perspective. Kashairwa says the association treats customers fairly and in accordance with the law, and those who have difficulty meeting contractual obligations must approach individual banks for arrangements.